Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. This is Be All In Sports. My name is Brady. I am here to give you my NBA picks for this beautiful Saturday, snowy Saturday where I'm at. So, on to the picks. First, I'm going to go back and recap what we did from last night. Not a terrible night. I was off on my one of my picks, but I did give you what I considered my safety pick. My two-piece for the night, or my three picks on that safety, whatever you want to call it, parlay, the stuff that I'm trying to give you just that you can kind of depend a little bit more on. And that was Trae Young, 20 points and 2 3-pointers. He got the two threes very, very early, so took care of that. And was on his way to the 20 points very, very easily. And then we also added in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for 20 plus. Again, this was a safety pick, minus 162. These are the ones that I'm trying to put out there that you can depend on to at least give you, maybe not double your money, but at least get you some of the return there. So, it is what it is. And then, we unfortunately, I did kind of goof up a little bit on the Golden State Warriors, the plus 4.5 spread, but all things considered, they did start to make a comeback in the second half. They were down over 40 points going into halftime. So for them to even come back and make it somewhat of a game still, that showed me that I was maybe not too far off in this. Again, 10 games in a row is very, very difficult to win in any sport, much less the NBA. So again, we'll see how everything plays out tonight, but I do want to go ahead and put out a little couple picks for you today. Hopefully we can bounce back and get a 2-0 or these little. I have a parlay, and then I have one straight up pick. One of them can be a very, very risky pick if you would like. The other one I tried to go a little bit more on the safe side, but ultimately we will see how this turns out today. But here are my NBA picks for today. All right, y'all. This is the first one that I'm going to give to you today. This is the two-leg parlay that we've got. You may not buy into it. You may not believe it, but I'm going to up that spread for the Brooklyn Nets against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Yes, I am going back. I just don't think that this team can continue to win games like this. It's going to have to end at some point. I think today is a good recipe for it to end. You're on a back-to-back. You had a great game last night. You had a high-scoring game last night. Sometimes things can reverse on you a little bit. Plus, the Brooklyn Nets, let's be honest, the spread originally that when I saw it was 13.5. You got to think that that's going to – this team hasn't been blown out a ton, and they've been playing pretty tight, close games. They took the Celtics to overtime last night. So I'm going to say that they're in need of a win. They want to get the win, and obviously everybody wants to knock off that undefeated team to say they did it first. So I think tonight is going to be the night the Brooklyn Nets are going to, at least give you some respectability. I'm going to bump up that spread. We're going to go at Brooklyn Nets with a plus 18 spread right there. And then I'm going to old reliable right now. Trae Young, he's been riding a hot hand. He consistently has produced 10 or more assists against the Bulls. He's this last year, I believe he was averaging over 13 a game against the Bulls. So I think the hot streak continues. They're going to have to score points tonight. Both teams, I do think, will score points, but Trae Young, depending on the injuries that they have, they've got some injured players, so he may have a little bit more of an assist in that. But I think he gets the 10 tonight, and this is going to get you what I consider to be my safety parlay for today. Again, it's a little bit more on the risky side, just so you don't think that I'm just throwing out minus 500s all the time. But this is going to come to minus 108 on DraftKings. Hope for the best. This is one of those that it may not work out to our advantage, but I think that both of these things are doable, and I think both of these things happen tonight. The next one that I'm going to go with, I'm talking about the Nets. I just don't see them getting blown out tonight. So I'm going to, again, I'll up that just a little bit. Take the Brooklyn Nets plus 16.5, minus 180. I'm gonna feel comfortable putting a single bet in on this spread just because I do think it hits. It's one that I can kind of depend on a little bit more, and then I am going to put a little sprinkle because at some point this is going to stop. Plus 625 tonight for the Brooklyn Nets to money line. I think this is going to hit. Both these are on DraftKings. I believe that you get the better value right now on DraftKings than you do on FanDuel. So this is what I am going with tonight. Um, I hope this works out in our favor. We will see again tomorrow. I obviously will give you a little recap of what we did. We got a lot of shit coming today. We're going to have more NFL videos coming out. Um, you know, I've got some MMA bets in right now. Some of these I have actually mixed and matched with some of my picks for the basketball picks today. So we're going to see how this turns out. I don't do this a lot, but there wasn't a lot of these MMA picks that I felt completely strong about on that end, but I felt a little bit better about mixing them with some of my basketball picks. So these are the kind of picks that I'm looking at for my day. Let me know in the pinned comments what you think. I am going to come out again. I'm going to skip the rest of today as far as like MMA stuff and probably not put in too many more bets if I put in any at all on the MMA section today for the fights. So I've already got those pretty much loaded in, and I've told you what I'm going with. So I'm going to keep that where it is for the most part today. I might get a little frisky and put something in later on if I feel good about it. And we're hitting some of these bets, but until then, we'll see how it goes. But I am going to be on here later on. I'm going to go ahead and break down the upcoming UFC pay-per-view with Miocic and Jones. You know, UFC 309. It's going to be a banger. We're going to see what's going on with those fights. I'm going to try and get that out early because I think there's a lot of good picks on there, and I think some of that is going to have a lot of movement. So try and get that out early. If you want to follow that, hit the like and subscribe. Let us know what you think in the pins comment, and hope you have a great day. We'll see you soon. Keep balling.